Who gives a hoot?
Come rent some shit, make my day go by a little faster, and I'll give you some money for my wallet.
The road is fucking hard. Road is fucking tough. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen of the internet world. Welcome to the third episode of the Who Gives a Hoot podcast from the gentlemen of OneWeekLate.com. I am your host, Brian, and these are also your hosts, Dane.
Konnichiwa.
And Doug.
See.
What's up, motherfuckers?
What's
I had
going
to
on,
think of
bro?
something different to say.
Yeah, you do. That was...
And I also put in a nice long pause before it, so you could edit that out.
I like that.
Well, you know, editing is what I do. I enjoy editing, taking out little spaces every 5 seconds.
Long pauses
So-
and a little multicultural intro. I like it. Long pause.
Okay, so let's start out with what we've been playing.
What have you been playing, Dane?
Me? Okay.
Yep.
I've been playing Skyrim.
No
Elder
way.
Scrolls 5.
Scream!
Scream!
Yeah, Scrim. So I started playing it when it came out, and Trisha, my wife, then girlfriend, this Elder Scrolls is kind of her thing. So when I told her that I was playing it, she got upset. She's like, "You're gonna get further than me, blah blah blah. I don't want you to beat it before me because it's my game, blah blah blah." So I stopped playing like cold turkey and haven't played since it came out, and booted up my save for the first time, and I was just on top of some weird mountain in the middle of nowhere, and I was like, okay, Skyrim, let's do this.
Nice. What brought that on? Playing
Just
Skyrim again.
Playing Skyrim again? Well, she kind of started playing it again, and then she actually beat the story like 2 weeks ago, because she stopped playing it at some point also. I figured since she beat the story, she wouldn't have a problem with me playing it.
Right. So do you know how the story ends, or am I about to throw a big spoiler out there?
I don't know how
Okay.
anything goes.
Damn. Well, you need to finish it so we can talk about the end. Skyrim has one of the most controversial gaming moments for me where I couldn't honestly decide what to do. And so, I have props to Skyrim.
Hmm.
But we can't talk about that until you finish the game, because it's literally right at the end of the game. I think Doug knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know.
So I'm
We're talking
about,
We're talking about Mario, right?
we're talking about Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually relevant too.
He shows up. He shows up in the game on top of a mountain, and he tries to teach you something, and then you have to choose whether to go down
On
to
him.
Mario World. On him, yes. You're going down on him in Mario World. Sorry, I got confused for a second.
It's like go down this pipe, go down the red pipe, or the blue pipe. Is that
Yes.
Take you further down the rabbit hole.
Well,
Exactly.
so I don't know if you guys think this is weird or interesting, but I've been kind of role-playing
Like in
in
real
a
life.
role-playing
Not
game.
weird at
No,
all.
not in real life. Just I've been sticking to, instead of just being a jack of all trades like most people play Elder Scrolls, you know, like
Yeah.
you'd be the leader of the Mages Guild and the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood, and like that's how I did Oblivion. Like I just did everything.
Mhm.
Well, I'm just doing the Thieves Guild, and I only use a bow.
Oh, this sounds like me.
Yeah.
That's so Doug and I have created a lot of characters in Oblivion and Skyrim over the past 6 years, 7 years. And it always starts out that way for me, where I start a very like class-based, super strict role-playing type thing. And then eventually I'll get bored after like a month or two, and then they become like, the jack of all trades. But for that month, it's like solid role-playing stuff, and I love the bow. I love long-range weapons in every game. So,
Yeah, I like
Good choice.
being this sneaky bowman, so
Yeah, Trisha thinks it's so weird that all I do is just constantly sneak around and just shoot people in the back with a bow.
dude, it's a rogue. Why is that weird?
I don't know. Like when I
How-
loaded up my save, I don't even have a close range weapon, like just in case.
mhm.
See, I like to keep a dagger whenever I'm playing with the bow, because that's a little part of my role playing aspect. Is if you got a bow, you're not gonna sit there with a huge claymore or battle axe. So I always keep a dagger just in case shit hits the fan. I can just stick someone in the ribs.
Do you use magic?
No, just healing.
Okay, yeah, I used to do that too, the restoration stuff.
I illusion sometimes, like just to distract people or make them fight each other. I feel like that kind of goes hand in hand with like a little rogue battle mage build, I guess. But
Yeah, I haven't really tried any of the spells. I just shoot people with my bow and sneak up on them. I have like my archery skills are way high and my sneak skills are way high, so it's like 3 times damage or something
yeah,
crazy like that. So
I,
I usually can one hit most things.
Nice.
my recent playthrough, I think I got the archery to 100, and they introduced the legendary skills where you pretty much start over again, and I don't have the heart to do it, so I'm
Yeah,
just
but I
rolling.
I think you get like a ton of perk points, but
Yeah,
if you're just trying to like stick to like I am just the bow, then you probably already have all the perks in archery anyway. So if you don't really want to put them anywhere else.
yeah.
I guess the legendary skill thing is cool for people who want to be jack of all trades and do everything.
Yeah.
Right. Are you still doing stuff like crafting and all that crap, or are you just a strict warrior?
I haven't since I started playing this time, but I remember doing smithing stuff before I stopped playing.
Right.
But yeah, that's Skyrim.
That's one house rule I have when I play Skyrim is that I can't craft anything and I can't enchant anything because I believe you become OP whenever you do it. So I can only use stuff I find.
Mm.
Really?
Yeah, that's one of my little rules.
There for a while, one of my big rules was following a somewhat accurate over encumbrance. So like being over encumbered in Skyrim means carrying like 1,000 things. But I would do it to whereas it made sense. Like if I could carry it like in real life, then I would allow myself to carry it in the game. But that gets old really fast because then you have to like constantly drop shit for other stuff. I stopped doing that, but that was one of those hardcore role playing techniques. Do you sit down and eat a meal 3 times a day? I know people that used to do that.
Dude, I let my horse drink at the old watering hole.
Yeah, take them down to the river.
Gets a little exhausted sometimes. I stroke his fur and I tell him he has a good pony.
What do you think about the horseback combat? Since you use a bow, have you done that?
I don't think so. I don't remember any being on any horses before, and I definitely haven't since I started playing
Yeah,
again.
that was something that was added as like maybe up to a year after the game came out, where they had like really good horseback combat, and so you could like decapitate enemies and stuff. And like the bow was, I mean, it's tricky because you have to control the horse and the bow, but when
Hmm.
it works, it feels pretty good.
Well, like the bow has that slow down time thing when you zoom in, so
Yeah, yeah, that helps. But that's the best way to take down like giants and other large creatures. So scram. So like how far are you since you're playing again?
um yeah, I don't even know which one of these quests I have is the story quest. Uh I don't know. I don't
Are
know how
you
far
getting
I am.
your Foos Road do going on?
Yeah, I think I'm let me see. Magic.
Oh, are you like? Oh, you're like looking at it.
Yeah, it's
Foos
on.
Road do.
It's
The
on.
redneck version.
This is live. Um,
Well, there's Skyrim going on right now.
yeah.
Damn.
Where's that capture card at, dog?
Yeah, I only have 2 of the words or whatever.
Oh,
For,
so yeah, you're not really too far in there. Oh,
I mean, I have
yeah.
I have 5 powers, 5 different shouts, but I only have 2 words for the Fusro Da thing.
Have you gone to see the Greybeards yet?
I think so. Yeah, I think I did that before I
Okay.
stopped.
Yeah.
I
They're
hope, because
pretty.
that's like the third quest in the game.
I
Yeah.
have.
I know. Well, I know a lot of people with the role playing stuff. They will not start the main stuff. Like they'll go and kill that first dragon just so dragons show up in the game, but then they'll stop with the main story because they don't want to be this like super powerful Fusro do speaking man. They just they just want to play as a normal person.
Yeah, I like the Thieves Guild. I've always liked the Thieves Guild, and I've been trying to finish that. But for whatever reason, right now I can't get like a major Thieves Guild quest going. Like
Mm,
all I can do is little jobs.
yeah. I
So I
really
don't.
like if you. I know that the Dark Brotherhood and Thieves Guild are kind of similar. They have a lot of overlapping stuff. Uh, but the Dark Brotherhood in Skyrim is so much better than Oblivion, in my opinion. Like I really enjoyed it.
Hmm,
So if you ever feel like doing that, that's pretty cool.
I can't remember if I started it or not. I don't think I have a quest for it right now, so I don't think I did. But yeah, I don't. Did you guys finish the Thieves Guild probably, right?
Yeah.
Um, do you have to do a bunch of the little jobs to get the big missions to go?
I think they make it pretty obvious. They'll tell you that like you're not ready to progress. Like if there's more stuff to do, it's not like Oblivion where you had to go to every city and do stuff, you know. Uh,
Hmm.
but I don't remember exactly. It's also been like a year since last time I played Skyrim. I don't remember exactly like what you have to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to get to the end of it, but I'm tired of
Have
breaking
you?
into shops and changing their numbers in their logbook.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember having to do that too much before like the story, like the Thieves Guild story, would get going. Have you gotten inducted into certain?
The Nightingale thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
then yeah, you don't have like too much farther.
I did that, but I don't. I feel like maybe I need to go to some place that was in that story, and I don't remember where it is to start another quest. But I don't know. There's
But you
no
know,
quest telling me to go
Skyrim's
anywhere.
really good with objectives. I'm sure it's in there somewhere.
They hold
Yeah,
your hand, man.
I might have to start over. I
Do
That
don't
was,
it.
know.
Do it.
although it feels really good to start over. Skyrim and Oblivion are two games I've started over so many times because character creation is fun.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what kind of character are you? Are you human?
A wood elf?
You're a wood elf,
Yeah.
of course you
Yeah,
are, because
a
you like
wood
that
elf
bow.
Does he
archer.
does he
You
have
like
a
that
fancy
curved bow.
goatee?
What do you say, Doug?
Does he have a fancy goatee?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't
I remember
remember what
the
his face
first
looks like.
the first time I played that game, I knew I was going to be part of the Stormcloaks and like just smash the Imperials and shit. And so I made this like huge Nord warrior that looked like I was straight out of Skyrim, and I felt like such a douche halfway through the story. So
I
don't be a
made
Stormcloak again.
I made a dark elf or Dunmer for the hardcores out there that looked like Mr. T.
Nice.
That was my first character, and about 4 or 5 hours in, I was like, I'm really tired of looking like Mr. T, so I started over.
Did you pity the fool?
I pitied many a fools.
Wait, what? But this wasn't on PC, right? This was on console.
Yeah, this was on PS3 when it first
Okay.
released.
I was about to say because once you got the PC version, then you could like do the
Oh, Engine Joe, man.
yeah Engine Joe. That's right. That's right. Oh man, that's a good character. Wasn't there a predecessor or wasn't there a successor after Engine Joe? Somebody else?
I kind of turned Engine Joe that looked like a Native American warrior and just turned him into a black dude, but he was still named Engine Joe. He had the
That's right.
really long dreads, and I was like, man, this dude's gonna kick some ass, but I still used the bow, so it was just
Yeah.
weird.
He killed vampires, right? That was your vampire killer man?
Yeah, the Dawn
Nice.
God.
So what could you do on the PC that you couldn't do on the console?
Nothing. It just looks a million times better.
No,
That's
no, no.
about it.
You could do the console commands and change the
Oh
appearance
yeah,
mid-game.
yeah. You can
Oh,
you can go back into the character creation screen without having to start over.
Oh, well, there's like a lady in the Thieves Guild that will change her face. I don't know what
oh yeah,
all
that's right.
you can change.
Yeah.
They should
I
have
haven't
barbers,
barbers like Fable.
like just like Fable.
Yeah. Did anyone else play the crap out of the first Fable like I
Yeah,
did?
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
That was a long time ago, though.
I remember
Yeah.
sitting there and doing the arena over and over just to get experience, and
But still, that even just saying arena reminds me of Oblivion. Because you remember doing the arena in Oblivion and just having your adoring fan.
yeah, that was the first thing I did every time I started a new character in Oblivion. You had
Like
to do the arena.
I fell in love. I think the arena is the reason I fell in love with Oblivion.
I don't even remember the arena in
I
Oblivion.
was really hoping they would bring an arena DLC for Skyrim.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Have you guys heard any like? I know Elder Scrolls Online is their big focus right now, but have you heard anything about another Skyrim or another Elder Scrolls game?
No, they're in line to make another Fallout before they make another Elder Scrolls.
That sucks. It
Just
feels like, I mean, it's been almost 3 years now.
that's just the way they do it. It's
Yeah,
like
but it's like what 5 or 6 years between games, so
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls Fallout, Elder Scrolls Fallout. I think that's their plan.
Although I can't imagine Fallout on next gen consoles and how ridiculous that would be.
oh yeah.
Uh, I never start over in Fallout. I just make one guy.
Just keep going.
So yeah.
I still have to play Fallout New Vegas. That's on my list of games this summer to get around to. So
I never
hopefully I can
finished
find
it.
100 hours in there.
I never finished it, and I think I went back to it once, and I was just like, yeah, I don't know, because I was playing on. They have like a hardcore mode or something, where
Right.
you like, have to drink water and eat food, or you die,
Yeah.
and like ammo has weight and stuff like that. So on top of all the enemies being super hard too, and I was playing it on that mode, uh, and then went back to my save and was like, yeah, this is crazy. I don't know.
That reminds me of Resident Evil. That's one of the things I love about Resident Evil games is that ammo is limited. Because there's nothing more annoying to me than games where people can just constantly pump shots at
Dude,
enemies and suck.
The Last of Us, man, when I was playing that on hard, like it was astounding how little there actually was anytime you could open a drawer or a cabinet. It's like 7 times out of 10, you're not gonna find anything. And I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, that was the funny thing because when I played that game, I played on medium because I wanted to like have a challenge but enjoy it at the same time and kind of rip through it. And so it was funny when I would play. It's like every drawer or everything you looked in, there's always some kind of material or ammo or health or something. And then when I watched Doug play, and it's like nothing.
Yeah, I think I played on hard too.
Crazy.
But did you guys ever play I Am Alive or hear about it?
I heard about it. I might have seen a video, but it didn't take my interest enough to warrant a try for me.
Yeah, it was a cool concept, but like it ended up being this like tiny downloadable game on Xbox Live Arcade on maybe PS3, PlayStation Network. But it was like this I forget what happened, but it was I guess it was earthquakes or something. But they were in this city, and like a bunch of the buildings were all torn down, and like half of the side of the building was open, and there's like giant dust storms all on the ground. So it's like you have a gun, but you only have like you could only find maybe 20 bullets throughout the whole game,
Jesus.
and so like, but you'd have your gun, and you would come up to like a group of thugs or whatever that are trying to take your stuff, and maybe they don't have a gun, so you point your gun at them, and they don't know if you have a bullet or not, but they still put their hands up because they don't want to get shot. And like, if it's a big enough group of guys, then one of them might like start inching closer to you, and if you have a bullet and you shoot that guy, then the other guys might like surrender. But if you don't have a bullet and that guy keeps getting closer and closer, and like, I don't know if I think you had like a taunt button and stuff, so it was weird because you could mess with people's perception of what you actually had, and then if you did have bullets, then you could just pop them off, and the other guys would run away or something.
That's
So
pretty cool.
this is like the video game version of having a poker face.
Yeah, have you seen The Road, the movie The Road?
I couldn't finish it.
Couldn't finish it?
I couldn't finish it. Dude, I love me some
feels-
Viggo Mortensen, but it was two people, two beings walking and talking.
Oh, you thought it was too slow?
Yeah.
Dude, that movie's intense.
Nah.
But
Like,
you know what they say, Doug.
Everyone tells me to read the book because the book was so good and all that, but like I tried watching the movie and I just could not get into it.
I was so into that movie. I was like on the edge of my seat, and like it is a lot of just two people walking and talking, but like they get into some situations where it's like, oh my god, they're gonna die. But
I guess the road is very
It's fucking hard. It's
Like-
fucking tough. Fucking hard. Road is fucking tough.
Was that inspiration for The Last of Us? Because I guess that kind of is what The Last of Us is.
I think I heard that.
Road. Yeah.
I definitely heard the road get tossed around by games journalists that were, I think, when they first saw it at E3 or whatever, they were like, "Oh, it reminds me of the road," and I hadn't seen the movie at that point. And
I'll have to watch it again. Maybe give it a fair chance. So.
Road is a
cool.
bitch, my friend, but it's the only fucking road I know. So, Doug, what have you been playing?
Watch Dogs still.
When I'm snacking on a tasty douche right after the show.
Okay, so anytime me and Bud are having a phone conversation, I will make the mistake of quoting or
Very inadvertently.
doing a slight reference to Tenacious D, and he will go on these 5-minute long tangents where he's doing nothing but singing the entire song.
Yep.
And apparently it's now coming to the podcast.
It comes to the podcast. It goes everywhere. It's not just you. It's anytime.
You listeners, you are lucky people. Yeah, I'm still playing Watch Dogs. I've already finished the story and all that. I'm just trying to do all like the fixer contracts and the gang hideouts and all the little side missions now, just so I can attempt a 100% completion of that game.
Do the gang hideouts get more difficult?
Man, there's one I did the other. I think they're all pretty much the same. It's just a matter of how difficult you make it by not preparing for it.
Right.
Because there was one I was doing last night where I felt like I was just kind of ripping through it. You know, you have to knock out like the gang leaders. And I did that, and they said another gang leader was incoming, and these 2 cars pulled up, and I guess I could have just, snuck around and took him out like that, but I decided to just start shooting. And the dude got in his car, so I had to like run frantically to try to find another car to chase him, and he ended up getting away. But yeah, I mean, they all feel the same. It's just little scenarios that could possibly play out that might make it more difficult for you. And being impatient.
Yeah, have you done all the chess games and that stuff?
I finished the Path?
The one where you have to knock out all of his...
Yeah, I did those, but I actually started over because I was unaware of the little vigilante meter. So I guess I was kind of a dick when I was first playing, and I was like, I don't want to be a dick, and I thought that would have an impact on the story, so I started over. So now I have to go back and do those again. But yeah, the Path puzzles were the only ones I actually finished.
Yeah, those are the first ones because they give you like a boost to your focus or whatever.
Yeah, they were fun though, man. I kind of ripped through most of them, but there were 2 that had me fucking stumped, man.
Yeah.
It took me a little while to get them.
I don't think I ever got tripped up and like couldn't finish one. I think that happened maybe like once, but I was trying to get them all in like the least amount of moves or whatever.
Oh,
and
yeah,
so I felt great. Like I felt great. I did like what are there like 10 of them?
Yeah.
12 of them? Yeah. And so I did like 8 of the 10 and the perfect moves. And then so I went on to like the other like spots where you do like a different chess game. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking own this too. And then I sucked at it. Like the survival one where you have to survive for like a certain amount of moves.
Yeah.
Like, survive for 7 moves and I'd make it to like 3 and be like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, this is why I don't play chess. I cannot think 5 steps ahead. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool addition to the game, even though it has nothing to do with Watch Dogs. But I think the whole strategy thing it's kind of a nice tie-in. It's good diversion, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, why not add it?
Right. It's like poker in Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, they do have poker in Watch Dogs too, so.
Yeah, I think I saw that. I don't know. I need to play that again. I keep getting busy with other games.
And I'm trying to decide if anyone listens to this, you should email us and let me know if Thief is worth buying, because it is $15 on Steam until Monday.
1 week late gaming at gmail.com.
Let me know, people.
Or comment. Or tweet at me or Dane, but not Doug because he doesn't have Twitter because he sucks.
Dude, fuck your social media.
So,
Conformists.
what kind of a world is it where your friend and mine, God of Beard / Lord of Facial Hair, decides that he's going to send back Watch Dogs to get Wolfenstein?
Snarf? Really?
Yeah, he says he he's been playing Watch Dogs, and he's just like really disappointed in it, and that it's just another open world game, and he said it's a shittier version of GTA, and he doesn't like the hacking stuff.
Honestly though, I'm not 100% surprised to hear that. But the thing I am surprised to hear about is that he wouldn't want to finish it after getting into it. I mean, it is just another open world game, but it's still a fun game. It's not as good as GTA, but
He basically said he's done. He has GameFly like I do, and he's gonna send it back and try and get Wolfenstein because he heard that was good.
don't do it. God of Beard / Lord of Facial Hair.
But I mean, it's just like, what kind of world are we living in where a game titled Wolfenstein can come out in 2014 and be better or be received better than like the most hype game of the year?
Right. Well, you told us your story about Wolfenstein. That was the one that you bought and then got a refund on, right?
Yeah.
Have you played it at all?
Update to that story. Trisha played it 2 weeks ago, I think. It was sometime like soon after we recorded that podcast, and she played it one night for a few hours, and then the next day she tried to load it back up, and our license was revoked. So I don't know if it was because we played it that our license was revoked, or if it was just like a timed thing.
Right.
It's like some back end system level thing that needed to be changed, and just happened to be after she played it. But no, we haven't been able to play since. But we've been talking about maybe buying it because she liked it, what she played so far, and
Nice.
I might want to check it out too.
Yeah, I was actually thinking GameFly was something I was thinking about doing because I don't know how many games I actually want to buy this generation that aren't digital, and so
Definitely a good deal if you want to check out a lot of stuff.
yeah. But then again, with that said, I can't even get through a game like Watch Dogs in a reasonable amount of time. So I don't know if GameFly would be the best because I just get something and then it sit there for 2 weeks.
That's why I can't do GameFly, because I'll buy something and I'll play it. I'll go at it hard that first night or two, and then it might just not be played for a week or two. And I'll eventually get around to finishing it, but I can't just smash through them like I used to do.
Yeah, I've never that's something. As a gamer, I've never been a super diverse gamer. All my years were very much like the same schedule. There'd be like one big game like Oblivion or Skyrim, and then the rest of the year would be taken up by sports games. Speaking of which, Doug, very
Sports
sad.
ball.
Sports ball. There's no sports ball this year. It's a very sad time of the year. May and June used to be the best months. Looking forward to NCAA football. And now there's no NCAA football because the world is unfair and cruel. So I just want to have a moment of silence for NCAA football.
Does this count as a long pause that is annoying to edit?
No, but I'm going to edit that out so that we can have a longer pause.
All right.
Thank you. But yeah. I have no idea what we're talking about.
We're talking about NCAA football and Dane.
I know. Yeah. Look, a puppy. Oh, we're talking about Wolfenstein and playing a bunch of games. So I don't know about GameFly. Maybe I'll get into like a flow and buy it. How much is it a month, Dane?
Oh, me and Trisha do 2 games out at a time. That way, we can always get a new thing.
Right.
But we've had Diablo 3 that we were playing co-op for a couple of nights. We've had that for a couple of months, and before that, it was Batman Arkham Origins. I had from February to the end of April.
Yeah. Did you ever finish that?
I did.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it was. I could have lived without it.
That's exactly what I did. I lived without it. I borrowed it from Doug's brother and played it for like 3 days, and then that was it. I made it maybe 3 hours into the story. That was it.
Yeah, I didn't do any of the side stuff. I just mainlined the story.
Yep, same here.
But not only is Arkham Knight coming out in 2015, but actually this summer we have another Batman game coming out. Lego Batman 3.
Oh.
So if you need a Batman fill, you like Legos, which you should like Legos because they're fucking awesome.
And all the Lego games are pretty stout, so.
I still want to buy the Lego Marvel game for PlayStation 4 as soon as it comes down in price, or they
It's
have a really good deal.
it's pretty good, man. I played through like the first two or three missions.
Yeah.
It's good. It's really fun. I mean, if you've played a Lego game, you've played them all, but it's Marvel, so that's always a plus.
I do enjoy those characters.
So, yeah, GameFly. It's I think the lowest for one game out is $14.95 a month, so 15. And then 2 games is 23. So,
Gotcha.
so for a whole year of GameFly, that's what, $240? No, 200 math. $275 or so. So I could get.
Wait, if it's 15 a month.
Well, no, I have the 2 game one.
Oh, right. Okay.
I could get more math. 4.5 full price retail games,
Right.
for that. Whereas with GameFly, I could play every game that comes out this year
Right.
for that price.
I
So,
gotcha. And now, since renting video games is not a viable option, sorry, Doug, despite your occupation.
It'll be alright.
yeah, I still rent games from the Redbox with GameFly sometimes. Like if I just want to have it at like the first day it's out and it's in the Redbox, I'll go get it. Like I did that with South Park Stick of Truth. I rented it from Redbox and then it showed up like 3 days later from GameFly.
That makes sense. I was thinking about doing that, but at this moment, I just buy games and then don't play them for a while. Which is exactly what I did with Watch Dogs, and which is exactly what I did with MLB 14, the show. I play for like less than a week, and then they sit for a while, and then I come back to them. Because right now, I'm playing the shit out of Destiny, because I got in the alpha.
Explain it. Tell us about it. I'm looking
Well,
forward
you
to this game.
You shoot things, which is a relatively new video game concept.
Yeah.
You're in space too, which is the final frontier. We've never been there before, so
Ooh.
it's
I
pretty
don't
fun.
think I've ever played a game in space before.
No. You
Man,
know,
they're doing some new stuff. Woo!
yeah. So yeah, honestly though, that's kind of what I like is that the story is not too crazy. But yeah, you're just in space shooting shit, but somehow it makes it really fun. And it could be really fun for me because I don't play first-person shooters very often, and so it always seems fresh because I probably play like one game a year that's a first-person shooter.
That and it's Bungie, so
And it's Bungie, and
you know
Bungie
the
does
mechanics are gonna be good.
exactly. That's the big thing. The controls feel tight and they make sense, and the mechanics are great. I don't feel like shit on by the controls because it feels loose or tight or anything, and the enemies are good. So for the alpha, there are a few things you can do. You can go to the Crucible, which is like the battle arena, and it's just one map right now because it's the alpha, but it's really fun. I played that a couple times last night. Side story, the first time I played, I finished last on my team. I had like 1 kill and like 12 deaths. It was terrible. And then I played the second game right before I went to sleep and led the team, and I felt great. And then 30 seconds before the timer was up, my internet disconnected. But I still got points. It was cool. I still got the points for what I did during the match. I just didn't get to see the final result. So I thought that was kind of nice.
So is it like a matchmaking screen like Halo? You're jumping into different game types?
Well, I don't know what the final is going to be like. You mean as far as when I choose between the Crucible and Earth?
Yeah, like what are you doing? Like you're not like running around in a world with a bunch of dudes and then you guys decide to play team deathmatch like Grand Theft Auto Online.
No, you don't do that.
Isn't the multiplayer kind of seamless with the story? Like there's certain segments you reach and it kind of turns into this multiplayer match against like waves of enemies or something.
Yeah, there's that's like the co-op stuff. So the way that it works, you come up like your home screen, you're in your jump ship, and you're just cruising along in space. Like you're not actually controlling it; it's just a screen. But then there's like a bar that says "Set Destination," and then you click on that, and you'll come up with a screen where there's like it says the Crucible and then Earth. And then if you pick the Crucible, it'll send you to a screen where you would pick your like game types. Like obviously it's built right now to show all the other game types, but the only thing you can do is like this. You hold strategic points, and so you get points for killing people, but you also I think you get more points for holding these like 3 areas. And so that's the only game type that's on there right now. But then if you choose Earth, then there are 3 things. There's like a story-based mission, which you can do with 1 to 3 players, and then there's like a free roam type thing with 1 to 3 players, and then there's a third one that I don't remember right now because I haven't done it yet. But I've been doing the free roam a lot, and it'll throw you in with random people, and so it's not overly crowded. And I know a fuck ton of people are playing this game, so I don't know if Bungie like sets a certain amount of people per map for free roam. But in free roam, you run around, you hit these beacons, and then they give you a mission, and then you go and you kill like 15 enemies, or you have to like collect samples from like 4 different kinds of enemies, or you have to like go across the map and go collect something, or you have to destroy this big like ship thing. But with the other people on the map, they can help you. I think they can shoot at you and try to fuck with you, which nobody's done yet, thankfully. That's made the alpha pretty peaceful. But they can definitely help you kill people, and it's kind of fun when it just happens randomly. Like someone will be running by, and you'll be like in a firefight with a big group of aliens, and then we'll just join in, kill all these people. They get points, you get points, and then you go your separate ways. So hopefully that's how the final game works too. But the co-op stuff's pretty cool. I still need to do the story mode. I was actually waiting to see if somebody I would know would have Destiny, which works out well, Dane, now that I got you that code this morning, so we can play the story stuff together. But what I was going to say, I was running around in free roam, and you can go underground, like there's this big underground part. And the map is fucking huge, by the way. Like there's no map, so I can't see how big it is, but just from running through it, it takes forever to get from place to place because it is like massive, which is awesome. And also you can, and the cool thing, you can summon a speeder, which is like your personal like speeder bike. It's like Star Wars.
Wasn't it like it's supposed to be a play on the what is it, the Ghost from Halo, or?
Yeah, I think so. But you can just summon it anywhere and then drive it and get off, and then it just disappears. So that makes traversing the environment really, really cool. Anyway, so I was going downstairs into this like dungeon type area, and it's pitch black, and they do a really good job of like light effects in this game, and so it's like literally pitch black down there. And then you get like a little flash of light, and then you have this like flashlight, and it feels very like survival gamey. And then so I'm walking through, and I find a couple enemies. Like there are a couple different types of enemies. I'm not 100% sure what the like titles are right now. One of them is the Hive, and then they have a different set of enemies. So I was down. Yeah, I was down. I killed a couple like low-level Hive people, and then I turn this corner, and then I just see this like giant, like these 3 giant things I've never seen before, like new enemy type. And I shoot at it, and usually when you shoot at something or like have your like when you're focused on it, it'll show you like what level it is, and it just had like 2 question marks. And so I shot at it, and it did 1 damage. When usually like shooting at something will do between like 52 and 160 damage. And so I just ran the fuck out of there because I was so afraid. So Dane, if we play together this weekend, we need to go investigate because I was scared shitless. And I thought it was really cool that a first-person shooter like that could actually have like that survival-y feel, not just like balls to the wall. I'm gonna run in here and double jump and kill everything.
Well, Halo always had some kind of a tactical, like, you gotta actually plan out what you're gonna do, because
especially on Legendary.
yeah, you only play on Legendary, right?
Yeah.
Like if there's like 3 elites and you're playing on Legendary, like you can't just run in there; they're gonna kill you.
Yep.
So I mean, Bungie's always done good stuff like that. So yeah, I'll download it as soon as we're done with this because I don't want to mess up our bandwidth for this. But,
yeah, it's a big download too. It's like 7 gigabytes or something like that. But
we can play it as soon as it's done.
Yes, excellent.
Yeah, so it seems cool. Destiny is one game I might consider buying. but it comes out next year, right?
No, it comes out in September.
Yeah.
September.
Yep,
Oh,
September 9th.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking. I
Are
was
you
thinking.
thinking about? Are you thinking about
like,
every other game that's coming out this year? That's
yeah,
not coming out next year.
yeah. So I was thinking that since it got delayed so much, Destiny got delayed and Watch Dogs got delayed over and over, and I was like, yeah, these games are never gonna come out.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing for me is Destiny came out of nowhere. Like I was aware of what it was, but I remember Doug showing it to me before either one of us had even bought a next gen console, and it was like, oh, it looks like Halo, like no big deal. And then now that I've actually played it, it's very addicting, and so
It's
I'm
good
pretty
to hear.
excited. Yeah, yeah, Doug, you should buy a PlayStation 4 so we can all three play together.
In due time, good sir.
Excellent, excellent. What other games are coming out this fall that you guys want to buy? Anything from E3? Any of those games? 2014 releases? Because the summer's kind of dead. Like there's not much in the next couple months, other
Yeah.
than The Last of Us, which we've all already played, and then Minecraft for me in August.
As a big Forza fan, I'm really looking forward to Forza Horizon 2.
Force of Motorsports.
No, dude, I found out that I'm trying to use the proper terminology because I found out that it's Forza.
Forza.
Like there's a hidden T in there somewhere, and I've just been
So
saying
it's-
Forza this whole
Yeah.
time. But
Let me
Italian
get this right.
Pizza.
Let me get this right. It's
Forza.
not. It's not Force of Motorsports.
No,
Yeah, you know.
oh yeah. Let's explain that story too, since everyone can get a little more insider minds and see who we are as people. When the first Forza Motorsport came out, my mother was with me at Wally World, and sorry, long dramatic pause there. That was the game I wanted, so she walks up to the counter, gets the lady, comes back with the key, and she says, "We would like the Force of Motorsports game." And I don't know where I'm going with this, but
Force of Motorsports.
Yeah.
But then we can't let it go.
so now it's this big inside joke of Force of Motorsports.
Yeah, Doug and I have spent too much time together in our lives, and we can't let any of these jokes go. So
No. We still need to get cracking on that book, man.
we do.
But yeah, Forza Horizon 2. It looks incredible. Have you guys seen any of the gameplay demos?
I have, just because I love racing games. I'm really excited for when Gran Turismo finally comes out on PlayStation 4 because I can't even imagine how cool that'll be. But Forza, if I use the correct pronunciation, is actually one of the reasons that I strongly considered buying an Xbox One instead of a PlayStation 4 because those games are so damn good.
I actually just I've been getting into a really big Formula One fix these past few weeks. Like I'm trying to go over to my parents' house and DVR it on DirecTV and make sure I'm watching all the races. And I dropped, I think, all the credits. I had this game since I bought my Xbox One in December, Christmas Eve actually. So all the credits I've acquired through my playtime since then, I dropped it on a Grand Prix car just to get that little Formula One fix out of the way, and now I kind of regret it because it's like I had 2 million, 3 million credits, I think somewhere between there, and they're all gone now just for one car.
Interesting. Difficulty. Yeah, that's like when in Grand Theft Auto, Gran Turismo 4, you'd spend like $1 million on a car that you saved up for, and then you get it, and you're like, woo! And then you race it, and you're like, man, this is like not that good. You could have just spent $100,000 on like a Toyota Supra and souped it up, and just as fast. So yeah, Forza, good stuff. I really want to play that. Whenever I do buy an Xbox One, that'll be one of the first games I bet. For sure. And that's September 30th when that comes out. Before that,
Nope.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Sunset Overdrive, probably my favorite game that I saw at E3. That's another one that I will definitely be giving the purchase to.
Yeah, and that's October 28th. So you have a month to play Forza before Sunset Overdrive. Something else that comes out on October 28th, which is a big one. It's Assassin's Creed Unity.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna leave it. I was gonna leave it at oh yeah. Oh yeah, step into a Slim Jim.
that turned into a day one buy for me after I heard they were fixing those follow
Did you
missions that I hate so much.
did you do the Ric Flair when you saw that after I sent that to you? Did you
Woo!
woo! Did you pump out one of those? Woo! Woo!
Woo!
Man, I miss wrestling. I actually, speaking of Ric Flair, I was hanging out with Paul, my roommate, and he had no idea who Ric Flair was because he didn't watch wrestling as a child. God forbid his
What?
life. And so I made a woo sound, and then I started chuckling. I couldn't stop, and because I was thinking about Ric Flair, which is an odd sentence to say. And so then he asked me, he's like, "What the fuck are you laughing about?" And so I had him YouTube Ric Flair, and then we ended up watching 10 minutes of Ric Flair videos.
Yep.
And like 10 minutes just woo! Like he did it so much that you could do 10 unique minutes of just woo! And so yeah, Ric Flair. Man, I miss wrestling. By the way, not to like sidetrack this conversation, but I miss the shit out of enjoying that because I couldn't enjoy it now, but
No.
I liked it. We liked it so much as children.
Yep.
Damn.
All
They need
those
to come
action
out.
figures.
They need to come out with a solid wrestling game, and then I might buy it. Just get back into wrestling and become like a man child, the 24-year-old, 7-year-old.
I didn't watch wrestling. when
What'd
I
you
was-
do with your time? What'd you do with your Monday nights? You
I
don't
play
watch Raw?
video games.
Yeah, you can do this both at once. So the Game Boy is. That's when I pulled out the Game Boy. Was when I was watching TV. Pokemon and wrestling. Those were good times.
I didn't watch wrestling, but
Dude.
Giant Bomb has a whole podcast about wrestling.
Just about wrestling. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've yet to listen to it because I still don't care about wrestling. But
Yeah. I remember WrestleMania, what was that, like 2 months ago or a month ago? IGN had this big breakdown of it, and I was like, man, these dudes really love wrestling in their late 20s, early 30s. Like,
there's some connection between video game journalism and wrestling, and I don't understand what it is yet. So, if anybody watches this ever, and you're a paid journalist in the video game world, can you please explain it to me?
dude, all I have to say is NWO Wolfpack. And that is all.
I just want to meet Sting in real life and have him hit me with a baseball bat.
I think like the fact that most people in game journalism are like a generation over us. I think that
Yeah,
was like
it was bigger for them.
yeah.
Although, what was his name? Mick Foley? Does that sound right, Doug?
No, Mr. Sacco, dude.
Yeah. I had a friend.
Mankind was his wrestling name.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I had a friend who I worked with at Penn State, and she met him like last month at a Denny's or something.
Was he doing signings at Denny's?
Maybe. I mean,
I like that
probably
thing he
where
would just
he
casually.
can find his like audience. He can find his fans and his audience at Denny's, getting that Grand Slam breakfast at midnight. You know. So I thought I saw that, and it's just these little things that come up every 6 months in life that'll remind me of wrestling as a child, and it's amazing how that stuff still hasn't gone away yet.
Yeah.
It's still the same heroes, but anyway,
remember-
games. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I remember watching wrestling and always believing it's real, and my parents and everything always telling me it was fake. And Ted DiBiase, who used to be the $1 Million Man, he came to one of the local churches, and I was like so ecstatic. I was like, we gotta go. And like one of the first things this dude says was like, sorry to break it to you, but wrestling is fake. And that just kind of like ruined my childhood. And I was like, it has to be true since a wrestler said it. So.
Which did you know first? Did you know that Santa Claus wasn't real? Sorry, also to any kids that might be listening. Do you know that Santa Claus wasn't real, or that wrestling wasn't real?
Santa Claus. I wasn't one of those kids that spent the majority of their, adolescence still believing in Santa Claus. Like, I'm pretty sure I quit believing in Santa Claus before I moved to Enterprise, so I was like 5 or 6.
4? Yeah, I was
Yeah.
5. I honestly don't remember what year I figured it out, but I definitely wasn't very old. I had to be around like 6. So, which sucks. It really sucks because now I'm afraid. What is that dog doing, by the way? Just chilling?
Hanging out. Yeah.
Is that Thursday?
Yes.
Nice. dogs. Getting the dogs.
Let's go now, yippies.
I think maybe the reason that I didn't watch wrestling was because I lived in Japan and we didn't have TV.
Oh, that'll
Did
do
you
it.
watch sumo wrestling?
Oh!
I think I went to a sumo wrestling thing in person once, but I don't really remember because I was young child.
They used to actually show the sumo matches on ESPN at weird, ungodly at like 2 in the morning sometimes, and it was the most incredible thing I've ever watched. It's one of those things where it's like you don't even realize sumo wrestling exists until you happen to see a sumo match, and it's the greatest thing on earth.
Yeah, I guess I never watched sumo wrestling, so I was too busy with my fake wrestling.
Long pause.
I was going to see how long ago you go. So we were talking about games that are coming out this fall because there are a fuck ton of them.
Were we? I thought we were talking about wrestling.
We were talking about wrestling, but now we're going to be finished talking about wrestling. So we're talking about Forza Horizon 2, Sunset Overdrive, AC Unity, Destiny, NHL 15, which comes out on the same day as Destiny, which sucks for me personally. Alien Isolation. What, Evolve? Alien Isolation. Both of those games. Do you want to talk about Evolve?
I want to talk about Alien Isolation. Because if this game is not on survival horror enthusiast radar, it needs to be. It looks dope. It looks exactly like Outlast. Like the gameplay mechanics from Outlast have found their way into an Alien game, and that's what I feel the Alien game everyone has been wanting. Like Colonial Marines was a complete and utter letdown. But yeah, like especially just watching the first Alien, it's survival horror. It's not these dudes with guns trying to kill aliens. It's trying to survive, and that's what they're finally bringing back into the Alien universe in the video game realm. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I haven't played Outlast. Is it just walking through a house or something?
It's
and
stupid. Don't do it.
Scary stuff, or
Outlast is a mental ward, pretty much, and
you don't have a gun or anything, do you?
No, you can't. There's no way of protecting yourself. It's just run and hide, and every once in a while you'll get this canned animation where you'll run like right into the enemy and they'll grab you and kind of like toss you, and then you just kind of scamper away again. But no, it's all about hiding.
My Outlast story is that I watched Doug play most of it, and it was great, and it looked like fun. And then as soon as I started playing, I realized that I hated it. So I think I found one genre of games I will never excel at because I'm just a pansy when it comes to survival games.
I did have a lot of moral support with you, my brother, and his at the time girlfriend. So I definitely had people with me in the room, but we had all the lights out, so that counts. So. Because you can't play survival horror games with the lights on, unless you're alone. True. But then you tell everyone you play with the lights off and headphones because you don't want to look like a bitch.
Yeah, Outlast was the first game I played on PlayStation 4 because it's part of PlayStation Plus as soon as I bought my console. Mm-hmm. And so I downloaded it and started playing it, and it was at night when I finally got around to playing, and my roommate, both of them actually, were watching me play. And so I made them turn off the lights, which they thought was dumb. They also don't turn off the lights to watch movies, which I think is dumb.
What?
Yeah, I know, exactly. But so I turned off the lights to play this game because I told them like it's a survival game. This would be more fun this way, blah blah blah, and do it. And then I didn't realize it at the time, but then the console light or the light bar on the controller just fucked everything over. There's just this like huge glare on the TV from the controller. So we actually got a paper towel and double folded it and then taped it on the controller while I was playing. It's so ghetto. It's pretty nice though. Block that light. Yeah, Outlast sucks. I played it for like an hour and a half and then just gave up because it wasn't fun to me.
That's a shame.
But maybe Alien Isolation will be. Maybe you'll have so much fun with it where I have to play it. I probably won't, but you never know. Far Cry 4 comes out also in November.
Oh yeah.
Pretty excited about that. Fun Far Cry story. I didn't know this. Ubisoft hired um, Donald Glover, and Danny Pudi, which are Troy and Abed from Community. If you guys ever watched that
Yep.
TV show, it's a fucking great TV show, and those are by far the two best characters. Especially
It's an alright show.
Okay, in my opinion, it's fucking great. So anyway, Troy and Abed, Ubisoft hired them as spokespeople for Far Cry 4 because of the whole like play with friends thing, like the codes and having a friend that doesn't have the game and all that shit. And when I read an interview with them on IGN earlier this week, and it's funny because Donald Glover uses the word dope in every other sentence talking about this game, and so it was very Doug, what are you typing? Why are you being distracting? You're an asshole. What are you talking about?
I'm just typing, man.
Yeah. Trying to ruin this conversation?
No. Keep talking. Jesus Christ.
So I'm excited for the new Kirby game on Wii U. It looks pretty cool. You can like use your stylus on the gamepad to make crazy platform thingies that you can roll on, and Kirby. I like Kirby. Hyrule Warriors looks like a colossal piece of shit.
I never got into the Dynasty Warriors.
Me neither.
My younger brother played quite a few of them, and he seemed to enjoy them, but I just didn't. I didn't get it. It just felt like repetitive waves of nothingness.
Yeah, I've played quite a few of them, and they are repetitive waves of nothingness. But I probably am obliged to play Hyrule Warriors because of all of the Zelda-ness inside of it.
Yeah.
So,
My roommate's still playing Wind Waker, and so every day when I come home, she's playing. It's crazy.
How's that process going? Is she making a...
It's very slow, but she's doing okay.
Good.
Yeah, I watch for 5 minutes at a time and then walk away forever.
did she get all the secret figurines in the forest island?
I highly doubt it.
Because you can find out about Tingle's family if you
Dude,
get all the
that's-
figurines.
That's who is going to be the protagonist in the new Zelda. It's Tingle. That's who we
Tingle?
saw. It was a female Tingle, and it's also Link and Zelda's daughter-son thing.
No, that was a female Link, and Tingle is going to be the protagonist, and you just fly around in a balloon all the time watching a female Link shoot arrows at giant laser monsters.
It's Link, people. It's Link. That quote was taken out of context.
Could there ever be a female Link?
I guess there could.
Yeah,
I mean, because
mean,
every Zelda is like what, basically a different like universe.
I mean, Link has looked fairly androgynous from day one.
I mean, that's
according to the Wind Waker lore, it's just some random person that gets like chosen, I guess,
hmm
with
I
like
always-
the spirit.
Yeah, I always thought it was more of a like Link through every game is pretty much the same person. It's just like the reincarnation of himself, because they always talk about the lore whenever you start a Zelda game. They talk about like the past heroes of time or light or whatever, and now it's you. So I'd like to think that every game is just like a different branch off of the whole Link deal. But
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's nothing stopping them from making Link a woman. But
yeah. I
Just
wouldn't have a
curious.
problem with it. I can't stand that people are actually thinking that this Link is a chick.
I don't know how they got that.
I don't see it at all. Maybe it's a little like samurai ponytail he had in the trailer, but I don't get it. It's Link. It's dude Link. Although one thing I did read that I found interesting is if they were actually talking about what if they gave you the opportunity to customize your character for the new Zelda. So you're technically still Link, but you can
So they can have a
little-
Skyrim character editor, and then they just so you start
Maybe
out.
maybe not that deep, I guess, but like if you could customize like hair, body style, I don't know. But I was like that would be pretty cool to actually kind of make your own character because I mean Link I guess is just an extension of yourself when you're playing the game because I mean you don't even have to call him Link. I always do, but you could be like, hey, this is Doug or Dane or Brian or
Yeah, it's like in Pokemon. Did you ever go by Ash?
I used to when I first got those games 'cause I was like I have to be Ash man because he's Ash, but I used to just start giving him crazy names after that didn't make any sense and
Do you have any
like I
examples of
named,
crazy
I
names?
named, not for myself, but I used to name Gary Cabbage.
Cabbage.
Yeah.
Cabbage, Gary.
Hey,
Cabbage.
nothing but cabbage.
I used to just think I used to just stick with red and blue.
As names?
Yeah,
Fire Red was the best.
yeah, my guy's name was
Oh, I thought,
red or blue. My guy's name was blue because I had the blue cart, and the rival's name was red.
I like that. It's like red versus blue.
I mean, that was one of the default choices or something. It would just pop up like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So, did you guys have any other questions about Destiny, by the way? I don't know if we ever finished that whole.
I think I'll answer questions for myself when I play it.
I think you will, too. But, Doug, do you have any gameplay stuff or anything?
I'm
still
good.
trying to. I'm still trying to. The special abilities like eludes me. So after every like play session, like when you leave Earth to go back to your jump ship or to go to like the tower, which is
Mhm.
where you like upgrade and buy weapons and stuff. When you're like in motion towards that place, like this black screen will come up and I'll have like your stats, like you killed 160 people during that session, and then it'll show you like how you killed them. And one of the columns is like special ability, but I swear I'm not using a special ability. Like
Hmm.
as a hunter, you can throw knives, but I still haven't unlocked that. I don't. Yeah, so I'm still trying to figure that stuff out.
Oh yeah, I guess I have a question. You say you get points for doing stuff. Do you
Yeah,
unlock things?
you do. You upgrade. Like as your level goes up, you upgrade abilities, and that's what improves like your baseline stats. But I'm not 100% sure. So I started out as like level 4, which didn't make any sense to me. Like why you start out at 4, not 1. So can you screenshot that?
Huh?
Can you screenshot that of Dane's dog?
Um,
What?
1 second.
What's so funny?
I ah, I missed it.
Oh wait, I can look at it. Anyway, so yeah, so you unlock stuff that way when you upgrade. Those are perfect. Thank you. You can upgrade stuff, but like I said, I'm not super far into that. The
Yeah.
armor stuff is cool. You get it at like a fairly decent rate. It's not like Borderlands where you pick up weapons with every enemy that you kill. But I think I picked up like 4 or 5 weapons in the time I've played. So, and then same with armor. Like you pick up armor, maybe like one every 50 enemies you kill. One of them
What
will
ab-
drop something.
what about the golden guns?
Yeah, I think there's like a level that you have to get to before that unlocks because I haven't been able
Hmm.
to do that. So I don't know. I did see someone in that multiplayer last night that threw a knife and killed me. So I know that it's got to be close. They were level 9, and I'm a level 6 or 7 now. So it's got to be close. Just taking pictures of everyone, Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah, douche. So yeah, any other questions that I can halfway answer? Just in case you guys didn't understand the first time, you shoot and kill things in space.
Hmm.
So that's what the game's about.
I mean, we were all pretty stoked about it being this new thing, so it's good to hear.
Yeah,
Good
I,
to
I
hear
can't wait.
new
Today,
things.
today I'm definitely gonna do the story mission once Dane has his. stuff going, just so I can see what that aspect is like. Because the free room's awesome, the Crucible's awesome. So
Dude, tell me about the real-time shadows.
the real-time shadows are great. When you jump and the sun's behind you, it looks fucking ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Look at all of us just cheesing.
The password is cheese.
Cheese. A certain kind of cheese. Just cheese.
Just cheese.
What's the password for, Dan? You might want to remind people.
I think we'll do a giveaway for how about we make it a choice, a $10 thingy on Xbox or a $10 thingy on PlayStation.
I have a question. Is Lord of Facial Hair a part of this? Because I feel like he might be the only person that listens, and we can't just give him a win by default.
I don't think
Wait.
he'll ever listen to this.
Wait, am I eligible if I email us right now? Can I win?
No. So yeah, email us at oneweeklategaming@gmail.com.
I'll do a little pop-up right there.
Gaming@gmail.com is the email address. And tell us the password in the podcast, and if you're the first one, then you will win your choice of a $10 PlayStation Network card or code, or a $10 Xbox Live code.
Yeah.
And then you can also, in your email, ask us a question that we might read out on the podcast and answer. Or you can just send us things about whatever.
Yes, include stuff with your answer. Don't just send an email saying cheese, because you will not win.
Oh, yeah, sure. If it
I
just says cheese.
I just made that rule.
If it just says cheese, you're disqualified. You have to
Ah.
ask us a question about video games.
I was really looking forward to
about
an
us.
email that just said cheese.
Like just cheese in the subject line and then nothing in the body.
Yeah, exactly. Just cheese.
Cheese.
No, disqualified. So yeah, engage.
Very nice. Yeah, maybe if this works out well and people actually look at that, maybe we'll do that more in the future, because I have tons of expendable money that I can just throw away on shit. So,
Yeah.
but it's worth it for the podcast, I guess. I also I have a code for a 2-week trial of PlayStation Plus for anyone that has never been a PlayStation Plus user before. So that's a very small group of people, I imagine. But if you also listen to this and you're seeing that and you have never had PlayStation Plus and you want a 14-day free trial, include that in your email, and I will send you that code. It's good until March 31st, 2015, so you have a while to email us.
The password for the code is Gouda cheese.
Yeah, so cheese and then Gouda. But you have to spell Gouda correctly, and you have to include a picture of a cat eating Gouda.
A cat.
Yeah, what else is going to eat Gouda? A mouse?
You?
You?
Yeah.
I love Gouda.
If someone can send a picture of Dane Killam eating Gouda, I
I'll
will
give
give
you
you-
$100 if you're
Yeah,
not
I'll give
Dane
you-
or Trisha.
Somebody's
I'll
gonna
give you-
Photoshop me eating Gouda, and you're gonna owe them $100.
No, they have to follow you until you just happen to be eating Gouda cheese one day and snap a picture.
Mm.
No
I don't
Photoshop.
usually eat Gouda in public, but
it's a private matter, Doug.
yeah.
When you eat Gouda, you got to do that in the privacy of your own home.
Yeah, I close the blinds and turn out all the lights.
Light a candle.
Light a candle, exactly.
Eat that
Rub-
Gouda. You have
rub it
to
on your
caress it,
thigh.
though. Yeah, you have to knead the Gouda, like rub it
I have-
down, get it
I have
soft.
Gouda in my fridge right now that I could go be enjoying, but I
Well,
have to talk to
go.
you guys.
So go get that Gouda, man.
I also
You can
have
eat-
a big wheel of cheddar that I made.
You made cheddar?
Yeah.
Is one of your dogs going to eat it? And then,
Poop in the refrigerator.
yeah.
I'm not even mad.
Is that a story? I don't.
That's from Anchorman.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember
You ate the whole wheel of cheese?
that.
In English, you know I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah, I made some cheddar, but it's aging.
Oh, you have to age that cheddar? So how long is your cheddar going to be in there? Like 3 years? 5 years? 7 years?
It's been in there for 4 months now.
Put it in an
Jeez.
old hickory smoked barrel.
It's aged enough to where I could eat it, but I don't know how long I want to leave it. I don't want to leave it too long because I don't want it to mold.
I was gonna say, how
Yeah.
sharp do you want it?
I do like sharp cheddar.
I do too.
But
Cheese.
anyway,
That's
this
the
is now-
password. Cheese.
This is the cheese podcast, where we discuss all kinds of cheeses.
I mean,
by the
this-
way,
this
fuck
week-
Swiss.
This week alone, so I go to the same place for lunch every day that I work, like during the day and not at night, and I get their salads because we get an employee discount, and so the salad's super cheap, and they have like 6 different kinds of cheese to get, and so this week alone I had mozzarella, Parmesan, cheddar, and blue cheese.
Mm.
So I feel like I'm getting my fill of dairy.
Is it Carnegie Deli? Do you get a discount at Carnegie Deli?
No, I wish. This place is called Teleon Cafe, and they're a bunch of fucking douchebags, but they have cheap food, so. Yep.
Okay, so we forgot something to talk about that said we were going to talk about. That what is it called? LA Times? No.
Oh, the LA Times. Yeah.
LA
Nintendo
Times.
PlayStation.
Yeah, thanks for ruining that, Doug. Well, I guess we talked about it, so fuck it, we're done. No,
That
so
was the
there was a photo going around of the LA Times because on their like business section they had a thing about E3 since they're in LA and video games and stuff. And so their headline was like, Nintendo PlayStation revealed, or like white Nintendo PlayStation revealed, and it's about
Nintendo unveils
yeah, that's what it is. Nintendo unveils white PlayStation.
PlayStation 4.
And so they got a lot of shit from that, or about that on the internet, obviously, because it's stupid.
Okay, well, this is a question I have for you as someone who works for the New York Times.
What's up?
How many fucking people had to see that before it got printed?
Let me tell you. So the LA Times is a little bit smaller than the New York Times by, a bit.
Okay.
But not too much. So if it were the New York Times, because I can't speak for them for LA, but for the New York Times, a headline, I think that was like B2, so it's like the second page of their second section. They probably had at least 5 people see that headline.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I
And
thought
so
at least
not
5
only-
people plus interns.
Yeah, like you had the reporter, and then you had an editor, and then you had at least 1 copy editor, if not 2 copy editors, plus a news desk person, plus producers that would have put that on the internet. I don't know if that headline made it to the internet, but if it did, then even more shame, because then it's like 6 or 7 people. So it's not just like one person fucked up. It's like a lot of people fucked that up pretty badly. And I don't know how that's possible, because they're in LA. Like, that's where gaming culture is centered. Is in
Yeah, and
California.
meanwhile, I have a bachelor's degree in journalism, and I'm delivering fucking pizza.
Yeah. Yep. The world's unfair. Like, but these are probably all people that don't give a damn about gaming. So, I mean, I can't blame them. If somebody like Giant Bomb or Game Informer did that, that'd be so much worse.
Whether or not they give a damn about video games, they're reporting in the business section. They should at least know
yeah.
the name of the business that's putting out the product.
It's still a huge factual error, like a huge, and plus is in the headline. Like factual errors in stories get like passed all the time because people don't read those as closely. But headlines,
It's
it
not
takes
even,
like 3 seconds to read the headline.
the first word of the headline is Nintendo, and that's the most wrong word.
Right. And then the best part, the picture. If you look at the picture, it's a guy holding a Wii U.
Is it? I didn't even know that. Oh wow!
So it's not even a PlayStation.
It's
It
not
makes
even a
you-
PlayStation.
It makes me think it's a big troll.
Maybe
it
the
has to
LA
be,
Times. Maybe they're all trolls now. I don't know. But yeah, the LA Times is now the Onion. So that was hilarious. There's
Oh,
an
yeah.
article. If you want to see that, there's an article on our website, oneweeklate.com.
It's a
that I have
Wii U gamepad.
Yeah,
Wow.
pictures in there. It's funny though. It's funny on like so many. They fucked up on so many levels. But I did read, and I included this in the story that I wrote. They did write video games as 2 words, so I was proud of them for that.
Hmm.
Because people that write video game as one word. Just bugged me.
Do they put a hyphen in hip hop?
Probably.
You're supposed to.
You know what I hate is when people put hyphens in email.
Oh yeah, it's not capitalized anymore, and it's not hyphenated anymore.
And I'm specifically talking about people over the age of 70. So
Oh well, how are they supposed to know? They probably don't even know what email is.
I didn't know it wasn't hyphenated anymore.
I think technically it's supposed to be, but it's
No, AP
became
AP
this-
style took it out.
Did
Okay.
they?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So like when you use the verb like emailing someone, there's no hyphen in there, and so because of that, in the noun email, there's no hyphen.
Good. Fuck
Good
that
to
hyphen.
know.
I hate hyphens.
That AP style guide, yo.
I used to worship that, and then the New York Times doesn't even use AP style, so it just ruined my world when I got to New York.
Where they
do all
have their
kinds of
own?
stuff weird. They do. They have their own style guide, and it's massive. I've yet to like read all of it because I'm not a writer, so I have no reason to know all of it. But it's cool. So yeah, LA Times. Thanks for the laughs. You guys suck. Anything else? What else? We're doing pretty good on time here.
I got a puppy.
Oh, puppy. That's why I wanted a picture so I could include it on YouTube. God, that dog is cute.
I got this puppy, and I got this puppy.
Can we do two puppies at once? Yes. Make them love each other.
It's just fluffies in my face.
Doug, take pictures.
Okay, Dane, talk.
Fluff, fluff, fluffy face. Kisses. I got puppies and kisses.
Yes, that's the one. That is the one.
Hello, this is the Puppy Podcast. Puppy.
We're the Puppy Cheese video game podcast.
Talk about puppies and cheese.
Wait. Speaking of puppies, and this is video game related, did you guys see the stuff for like the puppy game on Vita? I have no idea what its title is.
No.
Shit.
Oh damn, my Xbox turned off. Is it like they're trying to rip off Nintendogs or whatever?
It's PlayStation Vita Pets Puppy Parlor. Is that it? Yeah, Puppy Parlor.
I don't know. Look, I'm blue. Well, I don't know why this keeps happening.
Also, have you another random thing? Did you guys see the thing about the Xbox commercials?
No.
I haven't seen it yet, but supposedly there's an Xbox commercial where Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad, I think, he
I saw the
says,
headline.
yeah, he says, Xbox on or whatever, and then it's turning people's Xboxes on, like when they watch the commercial.
I sounded from the headline that I saw, it sounded like it was a new feature. Like you can do it. You can turn your Xbox on from somewhere else.
According to I'm looking at an article right now, and it just says, quote, unfortunately, he also speaks a number of commands for the Xbox One, which have been picked up by television viewers' Kinect motion and voice sensors. Commands such as Xbox On and Xbox Play Titanfall were among the commands spoken by Paul that would inadvertently trigger the consoles. So that's pretty funny to me.
I love the Kinect.
Did
I
you
don't
guys
care
hear
what
about
anyone
the
says.
video of the guy in Call of Duty who he changed his gamer tag to Xbox Sign Out or something?
Oh, really?
You haven't heard that? Oh, you should watch the
No.
video. It's like a bunch of clips of him playing Call of Duty with people, and
They just get pissed.
yeah, because he just like walks right up in front of them, so like they're stuck, they can't move or something, and they're like, get out of the way. They're like, Xbox Sign Out, get out of the way, and then they're like, oh no, and then they cut out because they log out.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love assholes.
Is there not a warning for
There,
that?
yeah, I think you have to say yes, but
Okay, I was gonna say because when you do Xbox turn off, a little window pops up and you can say yes or no. But
yeah, I think they might cut it. themselves. So
Ooh.
sounds like they cut out.
I did hear they're going to start doing the like live achievement tracking, and you can actually snap your achievement list. And I don't know if the PS4 does this, but on Xbox, the achievement it will have a little meter that shows how much you have left to go before you unlock it.
Oh, thank God.
So I was thinking that was a really cool thing, like because you could have your achievements snapped on the right side of the screen while you're playing, and you can just like see exactly what you need to complete, and like that's a really cool thing they're doing for their July update, I believe it was.
Do you do any of that snapping stuff?
I've done it with Netflix a few times. I still haven't done Skype because I just recently got Skype, and I don't really have any. I think I have like 3 or 4 friends on my Xbox account now that I don't really particularly need to Skype with. Cause,
I'll Skype with you.
oh yeah, I mean we're totally Skyping. If you guys get an Xbox One, we're definitely Skyping.
Well,
and
yeah,
then
but
we can do podcasts. We can do these podcasts while we play games.
I can Skype with you while you play though, and I'll be on my laptop.
Oh yeah, technology, man.
Yeah, me and Trisha use Skype in the Dominican Republic because it costs money to use the phone, but we had Wi-Fi at the resort, so we could use
Nice.
Skype to call each other if we were separate.
Nice.
And she also talked to some people here in the country of the United States.
Is that where we are?
Yes.
Cool. We're not in space. I thought we were in space.
Oh yeah, I thought we were shooting shit in space, but we're just shooting shit over
We
microphone.
will be in September.
I mean, I will be here in like 20 minutes. So.
I have to download it.
Yeah, just until tomorrow. I think it's midnight, so we gotta get cracking. So.
Okay, so we should sign off now.
So we should wrap this up. Anything else you guys want to add? Any fun stories? Nothing. For another like 40 minutes. We did this during the E3 thing this past week, where it sounded like we were about to finish, and then 50 minutes later we finished.
That's how it goes, man.
That is how it goes. I enjoy it. So yeah. Anything else? We done? Doug, you want to talk about work?
Oh yeah, I do. I have my schedule printed out for anyone that was listening and they were interested. So I have Monday off, next Monday. Just want you guys to know that.
This is this upcoming Monday, the
on the 16th. The 16th. Yep. I have that off. Tuesday, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to go through my entire schedule. But
oh, I was going to send people to you and be like, hey, if you're in Enterprise, Alabama, and you want to go rent a movie, go at this time and see some shit. Well,
I work from 7 to 2 tonight. 5 to 12 tomorrow.
I work from 5 to midnight Monday through Friday next week. So.
Cool.
Stalkers, come find me.
Yeah, come find him inside of the New York Times building.
Yeah, you can't get in because you have to swipe in. Huzzah!
Yeah.
So that's where I'll be.
Yeah, so I guess that's going to be it for us this week. Oh, don't say it again.
especially right at the end.
Hey, I can edit myself out. I didn't say jack shit.
Yeah, send us an email at oneweeklategaming@gmail.com with your questions, and we will talk about what you have to question us about.
And we may have fun stuff to give you if you ask us questions because we like it.
Yeah, if you listen to the whole podcast, you might know.
And I'll give you some money from my wallet.
From his wallet, but you have to come in to Video Warehouse in Enterprise, Alabama, and take it from him.
Dude, don't tell him that.
The address is...
The address is actually
look at the phone number.
1100 Rucker Boulevard, Enterprise, Alabama 36330. Come rent some shit, make my day go by a little faster, and I'll give you some money from my wallet.
Boom. So you don't have cash.
No.
All right. Xbox sign out.